back, man. MMA Spear back at it again with another banger coming your way. And today, we got ourselves UFC 319 predictions, man. We got Khamzat Chimaev, the goofy old boy, Dracus du Plessis. We got Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico. We got some bangers, man. I'm going to be breaking it down, starting off with the main event. Khamzat Chimaev, Dracus du Plessis. I've been seeing a lot of people starting to switch up, man. You know, the narrative going into this one was Chimaev is just too dominant of a wrestler for DDP to hang with, and it's kind of been the crowning of Chimaev ever since he's kind of been on his rung, even though it's, you know, been halted at times with his weight cut issues and illnesses, a lot of pullouts, man. But everyone's switching up, it kind of seems like, and you know what? I am not. I have Khamzat winning this fight, and I'm taking him by submission. Do I want him to win? No. But hey, does it matter what I want? Nah, man. I'm just here to predict. All right, I broke this down on my IG. Obviously, all you guys are following, I'm sure. It's huge platform. Nah, chat, I'm kidding. But hey, follow. But I broke it down pretty much skill by skill. And even though I gave the edge to Dracus in a lot of these categories, fight IQ, plot armor, obviously, even though that's close. You know, this might be 1 and 2 for plot armor in the UFC. And then striking, obviously, goes to Dracus, I think. The wrestling side goes to Khamzat. Here's where I think the matchup comes, you know, the biggest matchup issues come into play. For Dracus is that Khamzat's wrestling advantage outweighs Dracus's striking advantage. I just think the gap between Khamzat and Dracus grappling and with submissions is bigger in Khamzat's favor than the striking gap is between the two. Okay, I think Khamzat is a very underrated striker. He has a pretty strong chin. I think both these guys have pretty strong chins, which is why I don't really see it ending in a KO. But I got Khamzat winning, and if he's going to win, he's going to win by submission. I'm taking Khamzat by submission over Dracus against the plot armor, okay, against skill by skill, against the logic, man. When I look at pure styles, it's Khamzat. Okay, I hate to say it, but it is. I'd love to see Dracus and his plot armor continue. If Dracus wins this, he is right up there for middleweight GOAT. And that's just complete facts. It's as real as it gets. If you beat your number one stylistic nightmare, that is what ups you 10 times above everyone else. You saw it with Merab, how he took out Umar. It's the way it is. Okay, if Dracus gets by Khamzat, man, he really is unstoppable. Because I don't see anyone else in the division coming close to him. Yeah, I just got Khamzat winning. I think he's too dominant. Everyone's saying, what if he doesn't come out with the same approach that he always comes out? Why would he not? He's never come out with any other approach. That makes no sense. It makes zero sense to me. I think Khamzat is just the most dominant grappler, wrestler we've ever seen. And in the end, I think he's just going to smash. He's going to smash Dracus once again. So I got Khamzat by sub in the main event of the evening. Co-main, Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico, man. I'm taking Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy. I know he's coming in on short notice. And you know what? Before I even say anything, huge props to Lerone, bro. He's taking on a prospect here, not even ranked in the division, coming from Bellator. He has no UFC experience. So there really is not a lot to gain for Lerone Murphy here. He's coming in on short notice. So, I mean, he doesn't have a full fight camp. At the end of the day, though, the competition level and difference for Aaron Pico is what's going to make the difference in this fight. Aaron Pico has not fought this level of comp yet. He has not fought the UFC talent, man. The different breed. It's a different breed out here. Dana breeding animals out here. Pause, bro. Pause. But Lerone Murphy, man, he looked great against Emmett. Dominant win against Emmett. He's on the upward trajectory. I'm not going to overthink it. I would say knockout, but Lerone Murphy has zero knockout ability. So I'm going to take Lerone Murphy by a 3-round, 30-27 unanimous decision. But again, there really isn't a lot to gain. So I think if he wins this fight, this should earn him a lot of clout with the UFC. He should get definitely a step up after this. Maybe a one-off from a number one contender fight, but definitely a step up for him. I think he's earned it if he gets a win here. And then, you know, just going through one of the other fights I'm hyped for, the feature fight, Pratis, Neal. When this was first announced, okay, I forget what card. I want to say, maybe it was 311. No, I don't think it was. No, 314. I don't know. whenever Gary came in, I think it was a fight night. When it was originally scheduled, this was going to be my underdog pick. I was going to take Jeff Neal. I was going to say he stops the prospect just because I saw flaws in Prates's game, and I think Neal with his dirty boxing in the pocket can, exploit that. But I'm not going to lie, after this fight, after Prates's fight against Gary, I think I'm switching up. Okay, I think I'm going to go Carlos Prates here. I'm going to say by dominant decision or a knockout. I'm going to lean dominant decision. Just because Neal's tough in the pocket, man. He's a very tough, dirty boxer, and he's got a really good chin, so I don't see him getting KO'd, but he's been out for a while. He pulled out the first time. That's why I got scheduled, and that's why Gary came in. And I just think what I saw from Prates against Gary, it impressed me even though he lost, okay? It made me reconsider some of the flaws I had about him. The fighting nerds, they're all booked right now. They are all booked. Silva, Lopez, Imavov, Baralho, Rufi, BSD, Baralho, and Rufi on the same card. Let me tell you something, okay? Team results. This is a big secret, sneaky trend in MMA right now, and specifically the UFC. I swear, look it up. I swear, how teams perform is a serious trend and tell to how fights will end. If guys are winning, okay, this is just off the top of my head. Take Bilal, for example. Bilal, one of his main training partner, Ignacio Bahamondes. They were both on the come up, both on the rise, on win streaks. When one of them lose, the rest of them lose. I swear the team trends theory is a real thing. All right, man? I am telling you right now. So I'm going to take Prates here. Also because I think the rest of the fighting nerds are probably going to win. So I think team trends is real. I'm sticking to the theory. And also, prospects losing, okay, and then coming back after fraud checks. I don't know if you want to call it a fraud check that Prates had against Gary, but he's coming back in this fight. I swear they perform better than usual. Literally. I'm so serious. Just off of this weekend, Rinya Nakamura, fraud checked against Gaffarov. Beautiful performance this week, or last weekend against Nathan Fletcher. Austin Bashi gets fraud checked by C-Rod, comes back, submits his guy this weekend. I mean, it's Shara. Even Shara. He had a dominant decision 2 weekends ago after getting fraud checked by MVP. So a couple theories, man, and I'm thinking Prates is going to hold true on him. All right, but that's what I got for my top 3 fights of UFC 319, man. They are early predictions, so you never know. I could switch it up a little bit, but as of right now, I'm taking Carlos Prates by decision, Lerone Murphy by decision, and Khamzat Chimaev by submission. Okay, I know it's tough. And I know the plot armor, it's staring me right in the face, man. It is staring me right in the face. But I'm sticking with Khamzat Chimaev to beat Dricus Du Plessis and become the new middleweight champ. Also, you got to think about that, all right? Sometimes it's about more than X's and O's, man. All right, I'm being real. Khamzat, he is too good not to become champ, okay? It's part of the script. It's part of the script. The script's been leaked, and Khamzat's winning. I can't say I'm happy with it, but it's going to happen, all right? And I'm just here to speak the truth, man. Just out here spitting. Pause. Okay? But, fellas, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below your picks on these 3 fights. Rest of the card, too. And, what you want to see on the rest of the channel. I'm going to be starting the top 3 comments, all right, on this video. I'm going to carry over into the next one and chat them up, all right? I'll talk about them at the end of the video. We're spicing it up, though, No other channel's doing that, man. No other channels like this, man. So, comment down below. Top 3 comments I'll talk about in the next vid. I'll respond to them. And, I appreciate all the love, fellas. Peace.